Oh my God. Ha ha! Hey, what is going on, crypto people? Happy freaking what is it, Sunday? It's Sunday, man. Goodness gracious, it's Sunday. Wow, happy Sunday to each and every one of you. Trump coin, the official Trump. Meme coin. Yeah, launched 70 billion plus. 70 billion fully diluted FDV. What does it mean for crypto? I'm going to get into it. What does that actually mean for crypto? Launched on Solana. What does that mean for the digital asset space? What does that mean? What does it really mean? What did it mean to you? I've seen some stuff on X. It's interesting to hear about what's been being said on X. To me, is really, really interesting. Oh my goodness. Do we really understand what just happened? Like, do we really understand it? Do we really understand? Are we just all up in our feelings? What's going on right now? Oh man. I'm gonna we'll talk some more about it, but for me it just says uh the Trump and his family understands the market, understands what the market is saying, and they're capitalizing on what the market is saying because they're business people. They know how to make money. But do you understand? You know, the market has said a little something about NVIDIA. The market has said something about MicroStrategy. The market has said something about Coinbase. The market has said something about Bitcoin. The market has said something about the digital asset space. Are you responding accordingly? Do you know that there are people who refuse to own Tesla stock, regardless of what the market says? Refuse to own Dogecoin, regardless of what the market says. The market is saying something right now for the next 4 years, and Trump coin has launched, and the market is saying something about it. How do you respond? People have made millions of dollars, regular people, not the Trump holders and that stuff, outside of that, because they understand the market. They risk six figures to make seven. Are they going to respond accordingly? It is kind of what it is. It is because you're right. In the end, it's your dirty, nasty fiat. It's your crypto if you're using Sol to get some. You're going to respond accordingly. I don't know. I know I'm not buying at these prices. But what I say to myself, or if I do, maybe I'm just going to get one. Well, I'm I'll just get one and like, yeah, I don't want that. Question. Dogecoin to Trump coin. Dogecoin to Trump coin. What say you? Next 4 years. Do you think going forward there'll be value added to owning Trump coin? Flare Networks. I saw a post from Flare Networks that they're adding the Trump coin in their data price feed stuff. So, which means that the Spark Dexes and the Blaze Swaps of the world will be able to do some stuff there with the Trump coin. Question. Do you think that there's going to be a value add to you by owning the Trump coin? And maybe you don't have to own it. There's a bunch of cryptos out there. There's DeFi cryptos, there's Uniswap and Aave, there's Ondu. I mean, you could look at the World Liberty books and they show you their a wallet rather, and you can see the tokens that they own. It's like this big digital asset space. I think For me, like, I'm not interested in Beeples. I'm not interested in Beeples, Michael Marchese. How are you, bro? I'm not even interested in Beeple or Crypto Punk. I'm not. I told you I got airdropped the Pengu token, bought the several thousand of those tokens. I exited it for the AI infra token. It's just me, my interest, what I believe going forward. What do you think? Do you think there's going to be a value add to earning a Trump token? It's a bigger picture, Michael Marchese, than we're just going to water it down to it's a meme coin. Like, what's going on right now? Are you listening to the market or your own feelings? I don't know. Michael Marchese said, can't stay on, but I wish I could had Trump coin. I hear you, my friend. I hear you, Michael. I hear you, bro. What's going on, Rafi? How are you, bro? Value add to Trump coin or no? I don't know. But I do know that we own Solana. We exited all our ETH for Solana, for the Sol token. That worked out because the market is saying what it is. I don't know why they launched up that coin on Solana, but I promise you it was well thought out. I promise you that. It was well thought out, and they chose Solana for whatever reason. But I promise you it's a reason. And that it was well thought out. You know, next you know, Solana's 200 and something dollars, $66 or something, up 40 something percent on the 7 day. I'm not fighting the market. I'm not going to fight the market. Raoul Paul did a post, we're going to cover it. And he said he was going to talk about the Trump thing, but someone else covered it perfectly and what it really means for the digital asset space. We're going to get into that as well. Rafi, how are you? Listen, we're going to go over the Coin Gecko and go over the numbers. But in the end, what's the market doing? It's doing what the market does. Just doing what it does, fam. We'll go over those numbers. Yeah, we're still what's the word I want to say? Stranded out here and nah, in any case, we're still hanging out. We're not able to be home. So all the new people, I know there's some new people that joined the Patreon. Please be patient with us. We'll definitely get back to you um uh when we get back, home, when we get back. It looks like we won't be back home till Tuesday. So but we'll make sure we get back to you guys. I know you guys have some questions about kind of where to start and stuff in the Patreon group. So please give us a couple of days and we'll definitely get back to you guys for sure. But I wanted to do a live stream because I think this is sort of a historical event. With this Trump coin. I think that if you just understand what this is really signaling for the market, you'll be happy. You'll be happy about it, right? Not angry, right? ETH people angry, utility token holders angry. I don't get that. I really don't. I don't get it, Rafi. I don't get the anger. Why are they so upset? Why are they angry about this thing? I don't understand, but we'll get into that. We'll go over these numbers for sure. I appreciate you guys checking in. Do me a favor, hit that like button on the way in. That would be super, super cool. We always like to have just as many likes as we got viewers in the stream. What's up, Cali Cat? And do me a favor, if you happen to be in that 45 to 55% or so people that are hanging out, listening to and watching the Crypto Siege, if you've been enjoying those hangouts, do me a favor, please consider subscribing to the channel. We're on a mad dash to get to 9,000 subs, and you can help us get there by just hitting that subscribe button. And don't forget to ring that notification bell so that you know whenever we go live or whenever we upload a video. 70 billion fully diluted valuation. 70 billion on the Trump coin. Moved up to number 19. And this is in a matter of hours. Interesting stuff. Cali Cat, appreciate you checking in, my friend. I'm telling you, it's interesting. And the fact that we're here in Hugo or in Flare Networks doing something, doesn't, you understand? They're going to provide like a price feed or something like that. Let me cover that. Let me see if I can find that post first. And from Hugo, let me see, or Flare Networks. Make sure I can cover that, find that for you guys first. I thought that was interesting that they would post about this Trump coin. It's interesting. All right, so there it is there. Let's do this. Let's share it real quick. And then I'll go over Raul Paul's post. This is from Flare Networks. Trump is making waves. This is 3 hours ago. Flare Foundation is adding Trump USD to feed to FTSO on Flare mainnet. Anchor and block latency feed inclusion begins tomorrow. Once live, this feed opens the door for potential integration into Flare Networks DApps. This is a smart move. This is a smart move. Very, very smart. How many, some people in Flare are probably upset about this. Some FLR token holders probably, a little upset about that. But that is interesting, right? Flare Foundation is adding Trump USD feed to FTSO on Flare Networks. Trump USD. Then it says anchor and block latency feed inclusion begins tomorrow. Once live, this feed opens the door for potential integration into Flare Networks DApps, like I said, Blaze Swap. My favorite, SparkDex. My favorite is SparkDex, right? If you know, you know. If you know, you know. But let me share what I think is the bigger picture here. And then I'll share this from Cigar here. Let me see if I can find Raul Paul's. Got some people responding to the certified financial advisor talking about XRP being a scam. Some people from EZA responded to that. Man, I didn't realize that I had so many stuff open up here. Jupiter. Let's see, is that it? Nope. Here it is. Raul Paul says, I was going to write a thread on this, but Jeff sums it up. The signal in the noise here is the velocity and simplicity of capital formation. Memes and ICOs before them were the test case, but the real game is yet to come. And it will completely revolutionize capital markets. Completely revolutionize capital markets. That, in my opinion, is the bigger picture. And the bigger picture is a picture and a game that you and I were here first. We were first to this game. We got access to this game. Not just first, but with this level playing field, if you will. Right? Without the restrictions and the handcuffs and the nonsense of accredited investors. Right? Early. They announced that they were going to launch this token. Everyone had a shot to get it. I get the whole wallet and the 80-20 and all that. I get it. But if you're in this space, you knew how to play this game and still know it now. If you've been in this space since 2016, like we have, you understand what's going to happen with this meme coin. You should completely understand what's going to happen. You've got history. You got historical data to look to. You can look to Shiba Inu. You can look to Dogecoin. You can see how those things grew and what happened and what made them happen. You could check the staying power. You got data. You got history on your side here because we were first. All right. So Jeff Dorman, don't know who Jeff is. Let's see who Jeff Dorman is. He's the CIO of ARCA, Digital Assets Investing, and former COO of Harvard Exchange, former Lehman, and that kind of stuff. All right. It says to start the pushback for 3+ years from both potential token issuers and potential investors. Again, the pushback for 3+ years from both potential token issuers and potential US investors or potential investors in the US has been regulatory concerns, quote unquote. This is now completely eradicated. Completely eradicated. When the president himself is both an issuer and an investor. Now, just because the president issued a meme coin doesn't mean the entire world will only focus on meme coins. Trump validated the technology, yet introduced only one use case of the technology. Potential issuers and investors can see beyond this limited use case. The internet boom started with .coms, companies that only existed because of the internet, but most failed. The internet grew when non-internet native companies began using the internet. Now every economy is a .com. Walmart, Domino's, JP Morgan, etc. All .coms now. Trump token just signaled to every company, municipality, university, and individual brand that crypto can now be used as a capital formation and customer bootstrapping mechanism. Read that one again for you guys. Trump token just signaled to every company, municipality, university, and individual brand that crypto can now be used as a capital formation and customer bootstrapping mechanism. New York City will have a token. Harvard will have a token. Netflix will have a token. We have now officially left the .crypto phase of blockchain. All of the existing use cases of crypto are from crypto native companies. But going forward, the whole world will now come up with creative ways to use tokens. And once that happens, many of the current useless tokens and projects will die. But the biggest and best will thrive with millions of new investors, issuers, and users. If you're an investment banker, you have to start pitching token ideas to clients. But people are losing their mind because the chain that he chose was not their chain. And they're just completely missing the big picture. What about the next thing that comes after Trump? Are you thinking about them being on your chain? Are you considering that they will choose your chain? Or you're upset because they didn't choose your chain? This particular entity didn't choose your chain. Are you looking at the bigger picture or no? Now, the immediate price action on Friday night suggests that crypto is now is now a joke, and the only winner will be the blockchain that issues joke tokens. But that's short-sighted and a circumstance of weekend illiquidity more than anything. He asked the question. He asked the question on the 18th in his post, but when he reposted, he left the question mark out. So in the repost, so based on price action, the interpretation of the Trump token is that the future of crypto is now a complete joke because the president launched a meme coin. But jokes are on Solana. So Solana is the winner. And those calling this the top of the cycle, quote unquote, have lost their doggone mind, says Jeff Dorman. PTSD is real. And you all have been so damaged by 2022 that you can't even fathom what is about to come in a crypto-friendly environment. So in conclusion, while I don't care much for meme coins or the Trump token myself, I do care a lot about future use cases of blockchain and the president of the effing United States just lit all future possibilities. That's the bigger picture. Do you understand? The world takes the lead for the most part from the US. And the most significant person in that US is the president. And the president just green lighted the digital asset space. All you utility token holders should be excited. Should be excited. Like Jeff says, the president of the United States was not only an issuer, but he was an investor. He wasn't only just an investor, he was an issuer of this token. You understand? You understand what that signals for the digital asset space? You know how awesome this is going to be for Ripple and Kraken and Coinbase? All the legitimate companies trying to circle. Do you understand what this means for those companies, those projects, those blockchains? If there's a blockchain, do you understand what it means? Are you checking all the do you realize how many, let me put it this way. Do you realize how many companies just made their reservations that were outside of the US and just made their tickets and booked their flights back to the US? That's what's happening, my friends. That's what's happening. That's what this is about. Of course, he's going to make some money. Of course, he's going to capitalize on his name and his brand. But that was the signal. I'm an issuer and an investor. I'm in this thing. And we want you to come the freaking back. He's not playing, as we like to say. President Trump ain't playing. Doesn't matter if it's a meme coin. Doesn't matter if it was some utility thing. Dogecoin was a meme coin, built an ecosystem, building one, getting ready to launch on flares, got the F asset testing going on. These guys, the Trump family, they're knee deep in this. Do you understand? I was off, Rafi. I was off on my predictions in the first administration. I was off. And if you don't think that they're looking into the prowess of the XRPL, You don't understand. If you don't think that they're looking into it, I'm not saying they're going to choose it, acknowledge it, pick it. I don't know, but they're looking at it. They're taking a look at it. They're looking at and they're saying, how can this be a value add for us in this country? Tell me about the technology. Tell me about this DEX, this AMM. Tell me what's going on here. Do you understand? Tell me about these partners. You got some partnerships? You got some major banks looking to use this technology? Tell me about it. Because we want to win. We want to be number one in this space. We want the US to be number one in this space. That's what's going on in these conversations. That is what's going on, my friends. What's going on, Brooklyn Hardball, is the seven entries, the seven points or steps before you enter into an LP pool, bro. That's where you want to start, right? That's what's going on. Sam's in the building. What's going on, Sam? How are you, my friend? The real Big Will says, LOL, what's good, fam? Guys, do me a favor and hit that like button. That'd be super, super cool. We always like to have just as many likes as we got viewers in the streams. And if you didn't get a chance to hit that like button on the way in, no worries. Just collapse the chat real quick. Go out and smash the like button, then come back and hang out with the Crypto Season fam. That's the bigger picture. The bigger picture is what we're talking about here. You know, the bigger picture. I'll get a Trump. I'll get some Trump. I'll get $50 to $100 on some Trump. Right? You know, the bigger picture for me is they chose the blockchain they chose. The bigger picture for, I think, the retail investors in this space is the blockchain that they chose. That's the bigger picture. That's the bigger win, in my view. The Solana blockchain is the bigger win in this, in my view. See if I can't find something here. This is from Cigar here. He says, I've been seeing ETH people complain about Trump launching on Solana and not on an EVM chain. The reality is that the trading experience on Solana is much better than on EVM chains today. As someone who's working on an EVM chain, I'm not going to sit here and lie to myself by saying the experience is just as good on L2s. It's not. The wallet experience is better. The infrastructure is more cohesive. And honestly, the culture is much more pro meme coins. Solana and its ecosystem have done a lot of things right to get to this position. The team working on Abstract Chain has been many hours studying Solana and other chains to see what's worked so far. The best way to improve is to learn from your competition. There's no point in complaining on Twitter about how everyone else is wrong in their decisions. The only way to win is to keep building and to keep getting better so people have no choice but to use your product. That's the bigger picture. That's the bigger picture, in my view. So, we got a little decision right, right? I mean, we got a little decision right. We exited our ETH months and months ago, and we exited into Solana. And it's not being up 300 or 400% or whatever it is. It's not that. It's not that. It's realizing where what the market is saying. It's just what the market is saying. And Ethereum is going to have to recover and rebound, and it will. It will recover and it will rebound and it will adjust. But I personally think they have to find themselves because I think right now they're leaderless and rudderless. besides the great economics that they got, besides the great value add that they have for staking Ethereum. They, you know, they gotta figure out who they are, where they're going, and how they're gonna get there. Hold on a second, guys. Did you do that? You do that?
Yeah, that's kind of.
It didn't work out. I gave you the key, right?
I put it back.
You put it back in here? So, oh, let me turn my picture back on. Right. So to me, that's the bigger deal. Let me share this real quick, okay? Because this dude here, I don't know, just Rashad Sani dude, um, just not getting it. You know what I mean? Just not getting it. He says XRP is a scam. Banks will never use XRP. They will use some form of USDC backed by Bitcoin or just straight up Bitcoin. Right? What else is he? What else kind of nonsense is he spewing here? Let me explain. XRP is not decentralized. The developer for XRP is Ripple Labs. The developer for XRP is Ripple Labs. They are the ones who take advantage of others. 80% of XRP supply was issued to Ripple Labs. Now execs sell it to run the company. Ripple controls all of this stuff. If the US cracks down on XRP, no one will use it. Like, this is a dude who is just scared, right? And I'm not even going to read any more of the nonsense. And I said, I commented, I said, dude is a C. Well, I responded to his post. This is what this Dom from Easy A said. He says, I went to Wharton. I worked at Goldman Sachs and Blackstone. I know a scam company when I see one. XRP is not a scam. And I said, listen, dude is a CFA, certified financial advisor. That should tell you everything. And Dom responded, so don't pay attention to the noise. My heart bleeds for CFAs and these financial planners. I've worked with a bunch of them. I had conversations with a bunch of them. Unfortunately, they are a product of a financial scam. Like that whole thing is that's the real scam. The whole financial planning thing, that's the real scam. And they don't know. They don't understand. They don't understand it. Unfortunately, they don't understand it. They've been hoodwinked and bamboozled and they don't know. They don't know. You doing the read or something? Mm-hmm. Okay. Eric Voorhees has a little something to say about the Trump thing and the whole, all the stuff kind of going on with it. I think it's pretty good. I'll share it and then I'll get back to the chat. He says, don't fret, brother. Crypto is and always has been 99% nonsense, grifty, garbage, scam, jokes, and 1% fundamental global financial system revolution. But this 99 to 1 is based just on quantity of products. Considered by market cap, it's more like 75% quality. 25% nonsense. Bitcoin's good, Ethereum's good, stables are good. Several dozen DeFi projects are good. Wildly cool technology permeates through all of it, and sound economics underpins its long-term growth. Though the short-term feels often like an appallingly irrational market. He says, how to cope with this dichotomy? We are building, let me see, how to cope with this dichotomy. Embrace the degen frontier and have fun. And recognize that amidst it all, a decentralized financial system is real, is important, and is working. None of it is forced on anyone, after all. We are building and we are attracting the world towards us. And much of the world simply wants to gamble and have fun. And the reason for this is, again, that like in your gut, in most people's gut outside of the digital asset space, in their gut, they know that they keep working harder and are going backwards. They know that they keep like they're working harder and it feels like they're on a treadmill and it's just going backwards. They don't know how to piece it together. They don't know what it is. They don't understand the debasement of the currency. They don't understand taxes and inflation. They don't understand liquidity, lack of liquidity. They don't know. But but in their gut, they know that they need a new financial system. They just don't know about this one yet. So let me say this again. We are building and we are attracting the world towards us. And much of the world simply wants to gamble and have fun. This is okay. And actually, by the way, how many NFL commercials have you seen on gambling? How many states in the United States have made gambling? Yeah, it's just a thing that we want to do. Everyone accepted. No one is screaming on X to get rid of casinos. No one. And I repeat, no one is getting on X and posting about shutting down Las Vegas and all the casinos. No one is saying that the lotteries, all these lotteries, are killing this society, are ruining America and ruining other countries. No one is saying that. Like literally no one. The people get on X and they want to lose their mind over meme coins. He says this is okay and actually provides capital for the important work happening behind the casino. Right? That's why the states were like, okay, yeah, let's get this one up. Let's get this casino up. Let's get that one up. Yeah, these lotteries, yeah, we're going to take our cut of that lottery stuff. He says it is actually working. We are realizing the wildest dreams of those who are into it for all the right reasons, despite the accompanying fantasies of those who aren't. Just keep building and build well. Couldn't agree with you more, Eric, on this one. Could not agree with you more. People still out here hating on XRP, LOL. Yeah, that's crazy, right? The real big will. Let me see if I can't find that for you, Brooklyn Hardball. I mean, it's crazy. It has to be fair, right? I mean, what else could it be? Right? What else could it be? It has to be fear. I don't like why take the time and the energy. That Rajat dude, he's not posting about Shiba Inu or Dogecoin. I don't see any posts about Solana. It's all it's XRP. Whenever XRP starts to move, right? Isn't that interesting? It's very, very interesting. And again, I have friends that are CFAs and financial planners, and the reason why I can say this is I've talked to them, and and up in different areas, and the handcuffs that they are in is it's not great. It's just not great. It's just not great. right? It is just not great. I'm trying to find this for my guy, Brooklyn Hardball here. It's just not great. All right, it's right here. Let me see if I can't. Like when you're scrolling through the main page, Brooklyn Ball Hardball, just make sure you scroll all the way down and hit load more. This I posted on July 8th of 2024. Not a video, a post. Let me get this one first. Let me sure if let's see if I gave you an example. What happens if I do this? Let's go here. All right, let me share here. There's a write-up that I did here, Brooklyn Harbor. Someone else asked about this as well. Liquidity pool entry criteria. Here it is here. It's July 8th, 2024. It's a write-up, not a video. There's another video early that I did earlier than this, but I wanted to put this one out. So I wish I could share, but I can't. So just look for that right there. Liquidity pool entry criteria right there. Oops. All right. Let's see. Oh, my. Aha! Rafi said, it's all good, Brooklyn. It's all good, my friend. Rafi says, CJ, I wonder what will happen to all the CPAs and accountants if Trump abolishes the IRS and replaces with tariffs and national sales tax? This is a great question, bro. It's a great question. And and Brooklyn, like I said, I started the start of the video when we get back home. When we get back home, I'll be able to run through all that stuff with you. And we should get back home Tuesday if weather allows it. We already got canceled flights for today. So hopefully it'll be all good on Tuesday. But that's a great question, Rafi. It's a great questions. Again, I feel for the CPA and the CFA industry, the RIA industry, all of it. I feel for them. It's a bad deal. And they all just subnets of JP Morgan and Goldman when the 401ks and all that nonsense is it's horrible. It's horrible. It's a big hoodwink and bamboozle. It really is. I just feel bad for them. The real big Will says these people haven't done the homework like one of my students that hasn't studied for their exam. Yes, fear is there versus confidence and assurance. Without question, the real big Will. This for Jot guy, you just, again, you, he's a dude on, he's a dude on X, you know, you know, he doesn't understand. And he's a young guy. And like most young guys, you don't understand. You think you know what's good, and you just don't. You just you just don't know. That's why they came up with the phrase, you don't know what you don't know. And he doesn't understand. Really doesn't. I'm glad that he understands, a bit of what Bitcoin is. That doesn't mean he understands what the digital asset space is or understand what the XRPL is and that prowess there. Or it could just be he does know and he's completely scared or scared, as we like to say. All right, so let me sure here I got the right. Really nicely done, Eric. I really like that one, Mr. Voorhees. And this is another thing to make note of. Trump insiders have made millions. Sure, of course. They understand the game. They did a little deal there. People are offering some opinions on says what he did to my boys. Floki killed, Whiff killed, Bonk killed, Pepe killed, Shib killed. Oh my God. Really? Did they lose some stuff? Hmm? The top memes, he came in there and changed the game in a quick hurry. But here's his wallet and all that kind of stuff there. So unrealized profits thus far is nearly 40 million. Total P&L is 76. You gotta understand what's going on here. You gotta understand the deal and what they've done and what they're looking to do. And you gotta position yourself accordingly. Unless you know how to issue your own token, unless you have a brand where you can issue a token and be an investor in that. Do you? Do you have a brand that you can leverage and issue a token and be an investor in it? If not, right? I got a post from a guy who he said he made like $4 million from this. He made 4 mil because he knows, to do, the sniper bot stuff and how to use the sniper bot on Solana. Do you? I don't. So I do. I get in where I can fit in. Where can I get in? I can buy some of the token. And when an opportunity presents itself, I can sell the token, right? No uncredited investor, no non-US participation. You thinking about that? No accredited investor handcuff, no US participation handcuff. Are you thinking about that? Because I know of hundreds of opportunities for you and I in the US that we cannot participate in. Hundreds that you and I can't participate in, that all of the rest of the world are good and we're able to participate in. Are you thinking about that? Or are you just upset because Trump didn't launch their coin on your chain? And it's a meme coin, not a utility token. Like, what are you talking about, bro? Like, what are you talking about? Are you concentrating on lack or are you concentrating on abundance? It's kind of really up to you. I got to get back to these guys. Some guys reached out for my channel. I got to reach out to them. Let me see. There's another thing I wanted to share about this, and then I'm going to move on to uh, something else. I don't know if I want to go Sui or Solana after this, but it was something else I want to share first. Someone here they just can't understand it. Is this Crypto Nick? Formerly of Crypto Nick? I don't know. Ncash official. I think I know that tag. I think he used to call himself some other thing. But he doesn't understand the whole Trump thing. He doesn't understand that, what happened. 80% of the supply is owned by one wallet. And guess what? And I think this is so important, the real big world, that people just like they don't understand. This dude, Ncash official, knows that 80% of the supply is owned by one wallet. Like he knows that. Tell me how much we knew about JP Morgan and insider trading before the three-letter people say, oh yeah, we just find them. What about the gold manipulation? How much of that did we know transparently? The silver manipulation. How much did we know transparently? The big bang before, these little, oh yeah, fine. Here you go. Yeah, keep your profit below fine. How much did we know? The average retail investor know about it? How much do we know? To this day, we still don't know transparently the billions of dollars in fees that MasterCard and Visa take home every single year. Profit. We still don't have full disclosure. Congress admitted that they don't have the full disclosure of the real numbers. That's the old financial system. This new financial system, we know about this while it was in it. And you could look and you could say, oh man, 80% one wallet. Yeah, no, I'm good. We can go over here to CoinGecko and we can find out these numbers and we could say, man, that circle it's only 20%, the circle a fifth of the tokens are out. Only 1/5 of these tokens are out. They're not at 50, they're not even at 40% of the tokens being out. We can look at these numbers and evaluate and be like, yeah, this is not a good time. On X, they announced this launch. And there was no accredited, I don't think there was an accredited investor status to get into it. I don't know, but I don't think so. Let me see something here. Maybe there was, but I don't think so because you could hop on Jupiter or Radium and you could trade this token, right? Oh, let's go here. Let's go here. Let's do this. Let's see if my wallet is open. Nope. All right, let's go here. Let's see. I think I'm gonna pick one of my let's not do that wallet. Let's do this little 50-cent wallet. And let's go here and see. Let's go to juke.ag, my favorite exchange in the Solana ecosystem, closely followed by Radium. Let's see. This is again juke.ag, jup.a, a decentralized exchange. Yeah, let's go here. No, that's not what I want to do. Wait a minute, go back. We want to do this. Got some Sol, and we're going to search a token. We're going to copy paste the Trump meme coin thing. Let's see what's good. Is that it? That is not it. Let's see. Trump meme coin. Let's see here. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Give me 1 second here. Give me 1 second. Okay. So let me do that again. Yeah, got that. Got that. Let me go back over here. Okay. Let's see. I just want to see something. Just curious on something here real quick. There it is. All right. So let me share the screen real quick. Share. I'll share this real quick. So there it is. I went over here to CoinGecko, copied the contract address, even though they got a website. I copied the Solana token address here, right? Because I want to use the decentralized exchange, right? I don't want to use something where there's might be a credit investor thing, or dot this I and cross this T. Tell me about your family history. Where are you from? Right? So I'm just gonna hop on decentralized exchange. And there it is, Trump official. And it will let me, if I wanted to, buy 50 cents worth of Solana, whatever that Solana is in there. I don't know how much is in there. If I want it, I'm not buying it. 73 cents worth of Solana. I could buy 73 cents worth of Trump. It's only like 12, 14x. What do you think is going to go here in the next Trump being announced, tomorrow? And I don't know. I don't know. But I know it's coming. I have a good shot at what's going to happen here. And, this thing's going to do a little something, something for a little bit, but surely, surely this is going to come into uh, play here, right? 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 Surely that's going to happen. It's 12 billion. It's 12 billion already. So surely, you know, right? There's going to be some take profit going on here. Surely. I don't know when these dudes who got in this thing early or, before or whatever these wallets are going to sell this thing, but they're going to sell this thing, right? But it's your hard-earned money. It's your hard-earned Solana or crypto. You can probably use USDC as well. But I know that's going to happen. I don't have to own Trump. I can get in when I want to. But the point is, I can get in. There's a lot of DeFi projects right now. You can't get in from the US. You can't get in the real big well as a US investor. You understand? You understand what's really going on? You can't get in. All right, so I'm gonna get rid of some of these tabs. Kyle T. Moore is in the building. What's going on, bro? Let me see. What can I get rid of here? I like this one, but I'm gonna exit that one. Let's see. What is this one? Easy A dude was on that CFA guy. He was on him. I like this from Eric Voorhees as well, but I'm gonna get rid of that. What's the next one? Try to clear up some of this stuff here. Kyle T. Moore. Again, we know what's going on in this wallet. We know. But we couldn't know about what JP Morgan was doing or what Goldman was doing. We couldn't know. We still don't know. You understand the difference in the financial systems? You understand? Big difference. There were regular folks out here in the crypto world that got in on this Trump thing at a million in market cap. They got in for whatever amount they put in, 100 to $1,000, 1,000 to 10,000, whatever they put in, they were able to get in. No handcuff of accredited investor. Do you understand the difference? And you up in your feelings because it's a meme coin? And because this meme coin wasn't launched on your favorite blockchain? Come on, bro. As my mentor used to say, really? He used to say that. That's what you're fretting about? Really? He was a trip. He was a trip. God bless his soul. Right? You understand? Different wallets here. On the inside. Someone put at risk $652,000. and turned it into 7 million in 2 hours. You didn't have to participate in this. I didn't. I'm going to get in exactly where I can fit in when I feel that it's of value. And you can too, with full disclosure, not full, but with more disclosure than we get from JP Morgan or Goldman Sachs. You understand the difference? Regular people, they were putting like 10K in. They were just like, all right, 10K, here it is. They're gonna take the gain and they're gonna take the profit. Look, he's disclosing all the wallets. 91K into 2 mil. It's okay. In 4 hours, that's pretty good, right? In 4 hours, right? 1 million into 4 million. Someone put one mil up here. You understand? Took his little 4X. I'm like, I'm done. I'm out. See ya. Well, total profit was 7 million, so 6X. What you understand? Kept some, right? So, it is what it is, but we know. By the way, for copper trading these wallets, you can use this bot. It's one of the fastest bots with MEV protection, designed for maximum profits. Here's a quick guide on how to get started, right? If you want to do that, if you want to learn this kind of stuff, you can learn it. I'll be focusing on DeFi and AI in the bear. I'll be focusing on DeFi, more DeFi, building up those strategies, getting to 1,000 a day, in revenue, that stuff. I'll be focusing on that and AI. This whole bot stuff, I don't know. I'm not, that's not my deal. But someone is, someone will. Maybe I'll get someone to join the Patreon who is good at the bot stuff and knows how to do it and can help us and others learn it and put it and implement it. Right? That's what this is. It's the generational wealth mastermind, generational wealth Wednesday mastermind. Right? Because each of us need all of us, and all of us need each of us. My strength is DeFi mindset. Right? My strength is crypto, DeFi, and dividend paying value policies. That's my strength. That's my expertise. That's my wheelhouse. But maybe someone knows these bot things that can do them and stuff like that. It's profitable if you know how to do it. You got the whole thing. Sell button, 10% this way, 100% slippers settings, buy 20%, sell 20. Got all of it. Sharing it. A little guide if you're interested in using a bot. There it is. Right? See what kind of financial system we're in here? Who is this Artiser dude? When's the last time people from JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs reached out and shared publicly? When's the last time they reached out and shared publicly? Do you understand what I'm saying? You're welcome, Brooklyn Hopper. You're welcome, sir. Tuna No Code says copy the address from the launch website. Yep. Yep, you can do that as well. What's going on, Kyle Timor? 4X from $25 should put it around $100. What are we talking about, bro? What are we talking about? Tuna No Crust. Appreciate you checking in, my guy. Appreciate you being here. Brooklyn Hallball says, I need 1,000 a day. I need 1,000 a day. Yep. Yep. It's just learning the skills. It's just learning the skills, right? You got to build up the cash, right? You got to build up the bags, You got to take a percentage of the bags set aside for DeFi and your education into DeFi. Then you learn the tips and because people are sharing it. People are sharing the tips and the strategies. They don't do that in the other financial system for the most part. They're sharing the tips and the strategies. You know, WAGMI is a real deal if you really embrace it. If you really embrace it. And then you got to learn how to it's crypto, it's DeFi. You got to learn how to leverage the DeFi, in my humble opinion. Learn how to leverage it so that you know how to win in the bear and in the bull. But you got to get in where you got to get in where you can fit in. Like, where are you starting? Where are you starting? And if you understand that you're gonna be learning, and if you're willing to put 2 or 3 years into learning, and it's on the job training, sure, it's on the job training. But if you're willing to put 2 or 3 years into learning, this is how you get to 1,000 a day. Because it's not just 1,000 a day, it's not losing it. That's where the 2 and the 3 years come in. It's in not losing it. This is what I'm learning. I thought I knew DeFi until I began learning real DeFi. And I'm sharing what I'm learning. I'm sharing what I'm learning. That's it. I'm sharing what I learned. Right. But because I got it right here, I understand that I'm learning. I'm on a journey of learning. So $10 a day, that's awesome. Right? Learning the value of liquidity pools and liquidity pairs and how they work, and learning what I'm doing in DeFi and how I'm running this thing as a business and providing a service. Once you get that and stop chasing APRs, look, life can be different. But it's only a handful, only a small handful, maybe, that are teaching the real stuff. So no, I'm not invested in Evernote, Sam. Evernote says Evernote's done 100% New Year's, bro. Are you invested? Nope. Because I can't own everything. I do know that I have AI agents that are doing 50% a day, and I own those a day. So, right. But you can't own everything, bro. I've heard that the XRP Evers AMM has taken off. It's now in the top 20 liquidity pools and on the XRPL. So that is awesome. Are any of those liquidity pools $1 million or more in TVL? And does the 24-hour volume meet or exceed that $1 million? That's what I'm looking at. And let's say not a million. Let's say a 3/4 of a million, 750,000 in TVL, and the 24-hour volume meets or exceeds the 750. If it does, I would get into it. But when I share in a Patreon, I say it's I'm a little further along than you guys. 250 is cool. 250K TVL is cool. It's not the APR. It's liquidity and the volume. And the number one consideration are the assets. not number two or three or 1A. It's numero uno. And then share with me why that liquidity pool pair. Tell me about XRP. Tell me about Evernodes. What do you know? Those are the things. Those are the things. That's a little insider stuff here, bro. Little insider stuff. So let's go over some more stuff. So Panos put this out. So I just want to give you some food for thought here, right? Now Panos is putting this out. He's putting this out in response to this CFA guy. So anyway, the most successful XRP, the more successful XRP and the XRPL become, and the bigger the adoption, the bigger the hate. The XRPL is literally the OG DeFi chain. So I want you to think about that sentence. It's the OG DeFi chain. So I would ask, what makes up a DeFi chain? And you're saying it's the OG in that it's been around. But what was there DeFi going on there? Was there DeFi going on the XRPL? And if so, tell me about the numbers. Are we talking about $1,000 in TVL, 5,000 TVL? It's that DeFi? 10,000, 50,000 TVL? Is that DeFi? He says thousands of projects and developers are building on the XRPL right now. Thousands. And that is awesome. And how much of that are we privy to? How much access do we have to it? What are those projects that you and I can participate in with TVL, with liquidity, with volume, I should say, and TVL? What are the asset pairs and what do they look like? Are those assets of value? These things are coming. These are promises. They ain't realized promises, right? The XRPL was built for DeFi and is a better alternative to Bitcoin. Yep. DEX NFTs. Yep. All that. But what's happening now? What's going on now? What are the promises? What are the realized promises? That's the most important thing. What can we do now? So for people beginning in DeFi, 400,000 in a liquidity pair. Yeah, So if you believe in Evers and Evernote and what they're doing, I know my guy Mickey B. Fresh is really, really high on them, right? Really, really high on them. Look, entering into a liquidity pool is a good way to have exposure if you understand how to do DeFi. Just got to understand how to do it. And it's a long game. Like this, it's a long game. And there's a formula. There's a formula. to doing DeFi right. Which UI and UX can you enter in that liquidity pool, Sam? All right, let me go over some more here. Jupiter, my guys, they set this all up so that can happen working with Meteora, which I believe is another DEX, I believe, on Solana. But to make that whole Trump thing. And to me, the win here was for the entire digital asset space, but especially for Solana. And the market, you know, showed that accordingly, right? They proved that out accordingly. We worked closely with the Meteor AG team on ensuring an S tier launch for Trump, which is obviously one of the biggest launches in the history of crypto. Yep. And Jupiter, we're in that. We're Jupe, right? We own Jupe. We stake Jupe, right? I love everything about what they're doing over there. Ambitious. And the bottom line is they're on that wag me tip is important for me. That's an important thing for me, right? So there's that. I used to be an ETH maxi. Then one day I tried Solana. I love ETH to death. It was the project that brought me into crypto in the first place. But the day I bridged to Solana to do some crap coining, my eyes were opened. I didn't need to sign multiple transactions for one action. I could easily set limit orders on Jupiter. I didn't need to care about gas fees. I didn't need to bridge between L2s and mainnet. Everything just worked. The fact that the Trump coin launched on Solana smoothly is already the biggest indicator of this. If it were to launch on ETH, it would be a crap show. In my opinion, says Menti. Unless ETH has a substantial shift in direction, it's a matter of time until Solana flips ETH. So, some food for thought, something to think about and consider. I made my decision on that very thing months and months and months ago when we exited all our ETH into Sol Token, right? Because of my experience over there when I was airdrop farming, my experience on Margin 5, my experience on Camino Finance, my experience on Marinade. It's like my experience on Jupiter was like, what the world? I loved it. So I stayed in the ecosystem, but I was airdrop farming is how I found out about it. That's why I say Ripple, X, whoever those people are, they have got to get the liquidity incentive event correct. They got to get it because the XRP is amazing. The DEX is awesome, but that AMM is next freaking level. But they got to get it right. Once they get that right, they get that event right. I'm telling you, the what do we call it? The airdrop farming people are going to come, just like they came in Flare. They're going to come to the XRPL, and some are going to stay. And then the builders of particular dApps are going to be checking the numbers, checking the new wallets, checking the daily active users. They're going to check those numbers, and they're going to look into more into the XRPL. So, okay, oh, all right, yeah. I'm going to be able to offer my users this dApp, and it's going to cost them 0.0001 or 0.0001. And it's going to happen in less than 3 seconds. It's going to happen. But they got to get this liquidity incentive event correct because then if they don't, people ain't coming. They got to get it correct. And they have the coffers, the real big will. Will they use them accordingly is the big question. Will they use them accordingly is the big question, right? My guy Taiki. I sold all my ETH for fart coin. Well, that's only part of the story, right? Fart coin, total meme, little AI, but but 95% mean, 98% mean, right? Since I sold my E for fart coin, says Taiki, he's a real smart guy. Fart coin plus 450% up. ETH is minus 12%. Says, man, I'm so glad I sold my E for the fart coin. Right? He's like, uh, he's understanding narratives. You understand the crypto narratives and how they work. He made a calculated play. He understands mind share and the whole 9 yards, all that stuff. And he leveraged it. He also, in addition to selling his ETH for this fart coin, he sold over $100,000 worth of Hyperliquid, a real platform with innovative technology and interesting, fascinating, novel ideas. But he got that $100,000 worth of Hyperliquid or Hype token from airdrop farming. Okay. And he traded it in addition to his ETH, he traded it for Farcoin. Interesting young man. Interesting young man. This is one of the OGs of, he's one of the OGs of OGs in Bitcoin. Simon Dixon says, in 24 hours since launch, Trump is the 12th largest cryptocurrency with a $15 billion market cap. 74 billion when you account for the 80% supplied by 80% supply retained by its creators. You got to understand this game here. You got to understand it. And you got to get in where you can fit in. Are you an insider? Are you part of the crew on the inside? If not, what else can you do? And if your options are not one that are to your liking, don't participate. I don't have any Trump thing. I'm going to get some. I don't have any. I'm going to get some. But they're not going to get $1,000 on my hard-earned money or 5,000 or 10,000. They're not going to get that. He says, what can I say? Trump will 100% use his presidential influence to push Bitcoin and crypto in the US now. That's the bigger picture. Not to sit around kicking your feet in water and a little puddle on the ground, kicking your feet. Yeah, they ain't pick my blockchain. I want them to use my block. It's a meme coin. It's a freaking meme coin. You can do that if you want. Free world, free country. This dude is like, he's got so many Bitcoin, he don't know what to do with them. This dude, Simon Texan dude. He is an OG of the OGs. He's got so much Bitcoin, he don't know what to do with it. But that's the reality of what happened. Just got to understand that game. And the awesome opportunity, like I said, is you can choose to participate or not participate. And if you choose to participate, you can. Right? You can if you want to. I just showed you can hop on the DEX. No question asked, no applications to fill out, no nepotism necessary. You can choose to participate. To me, that's the bigger picture. So Sweden looks like Sweden, the people over at the Swede, in my opinion, looks like the people over at we were, in this thing. Interesting. And this crypto ball thing. I think they said they were the sponsors or one of them sponsors. Says Sui team is taking over Washington, D.C. Sui is the official sponsor of Trump's inauguration ball tonight. Interesting that they point this out, or at least this cool times guy points this out. He says, as an American-made blockchain from a former Facebook team is so obviously going to be a leader the next 4 years. US-based, Facebook, teams, and novel technology. I mean, make no mistake about it. Walrus, is it Mr. Shetty or Mr. Chetty? I don't even know how you pronounce it. It's next level. All the people gonna come and build on it and bring dApps and all that stuff is coming. There's no question about it there. I think, my opinion, it's gonna be bigger than what people understand. But you and I here in the know, and we can participate again without being handcuffed. You know what I mean? It's important. Let's see here. I'm going to get to the chat here in just a second. I want to get rid of some of these tabs. Or Dizer. Raul Paul says this is quite the chart for Solana, and Fire Dancer is going to mainnet. I think Fire Dancer is going to launch in 2025. Ryan has some suggestions on this whole 80-20 thing that's going on right now with this Trump coin. We'll see if it happens. We'll see. Ryan Selke says, my advice to the Trump coin team would be to burn 75% of their supply. You created 5 billion in value overnight. 5 billion. Adjust the distribution from 80 to 20 to 50-50 and make this an equal partnership. And that will fly higher. Keep it 80-20 and it will backfire and be a millstone on the administration. Interesting. Voorhees says this is a good take. We'll see if they take him up on it. Here's the thing I know. Someone on his team has seen this. Someone on the Trump team has seen it. So we'll see. I don't know if they will, but we'll see if they make that adjustment. But again, in this new financial system, we know about that 80-20. We know about the good and the bad of it. We know about the wallets and the wallet holders and how much. We didn't have this type of disclosure prior. And that's, to me, is a big, 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 big deal. It's a big, big deal. Sam never answered my question, huh? Evers and XRP. Is it on Magnetic X? Which one? I think you can start entering these liquidity pools, Sam, at let's check out Magnetic X here for a second. On the Xamarin wallet, I think you can start entering these liquidity pools on Xamarin, right? Let's take a look at X. Let's see. Well, let me do that. Again, I wish these guys would really uh, wait a minute. That didn't tell me about the numbers here. 14,000 XRP is the volume. 130,000 XRP. 441,000 Evers. That didn't tell me what I wanted. Oh, see. This is just taking me to trade. I want to know TVL one day, TVL. That's not the one I want. Evers. Go back here. 48%, 3% for the year currently. 111. 1% to enter, 1% to exit. Let's see if they got Evers on DeFi. Llama, man. Let's see. Let's see if Evers is on DeFi Llama, my friends. Let's see what's good. We'll see. See. Okay. Let's see something. The beloved XRP. XRP Army. What the? Yeah, XRP Army on there. Evernote is on there. Perfect. 0.39 for the year. 0.86. Awesome numbers for the month. 7-day, 0.66. That's not bad, right? So it's good correlation. That's good. Now this TVL is too 426,000. Again, 250 bare minimum. People just started, just getting started. Cool. Question. If you take some XRP to get into this pool and it goes 100% into Evernodes, are you good with that? You got to answer that. Are you good at being 100% in XRP? Are you good at being 100% in Evers? You have to personally ask that. I would like that volume to be higher than what it is, 45K, right? The volume indicates the interest in the pool. The volume, 24-hour volume, indicates that's the signal for interest in the pool. The exception, not the exception, but the thing you have to take into consideration is XRP holders and their lack of interest in DeFi. So you got to take that into consideration when you look at this pool. 427,000 in TVL, 45,000. It's not close to where it should be in 24-hour volume. But you have to take into consideration the lack of interest in the holders of XRP. Because remember, the fees come from people interested in the liquidity pool. Right? Right? You understand? That's where the fees come from. Right? And people coming in, people coming out. I don't know if there's extra bonuses for being in this pool. I don't think. But this is what I mean by liquidity incentive event and Ripple X getting it right. My guess is they'll begin to do this stuff after the lawsuit, after the final phases of the stupid appeals nonsense crap. That's my guess when they'll do it. When they hook up with Magnetic, they hook up with all these other dApps, Sologenics, whatever, and they're adding liquidity to these pools because they're gonna, right? They're gonna add liquidity to these pools, Ripple X, if they get the incentive event correct. These numbers are going to change. Now you could get ahead of the game. That's you if you're again, if you're excited about both these assets, you could play the long game and get ahead of the liquidity incentive event. But don't be short term in it. Looking at your daily stuff and your weekly stuff and your monthly stuff. That's not it. This APR is going to change. It's going to go down and it's going to go up. And hopefully this 429 and this 24-hour volume after Ripple X's liquidity incentive event, these numbers are going to go up, or they should go up. So definition of vision is seeing it before the masses see it. But I do think that unfortunately, you got to consider Brooklyn hardball. You got to consider that the XRP holders are not big DeFi. And the people outside of the XRP ecosystem are not coming. They're not coming over here until Ripple X does their liquidity incentive event. They're not coming for 420 TVL and 45,000, those numbers and volume. They're not coming. They have no motive or incentive to do that. It's got to be better numbers because they understand DeFi. The XRPL ecosystem, unfortunately, doesn't understand DeFi. So just know that. All right, let me get back to, did I exit this? No, I didn't. Jungle Ink's in the building. What's good? What's good, my bro? What's good? Now, Brooklyn Harbor says Evers, he's not good with his XRP being 100% Evernode. He's not good with that. But what say you? Right? Right? So that's the thing you got to consider. Right? And by the way, you can start out with liquidity pools at $50, $25, $30. You know that, right? In fact, you should start out very, very small. Liquidity pools are long-term plays, 6 months, 9 months, 1 year, or longer. My guys are in liquidity pools for 2 and 3 years in the same pool. You got to get it. You got to know proper allocation. You got to know the formula, the whole 9 yards. Anyway, what's going on, Jungle? How are you, my friend? Jungle says president-elect is Michael Saylor 2.0, issuing Trump coin, rolling it into more Ethereum. Think so? You think he's putting it into ETH? You think he's putting it into ETH, bro? You think he's putting it into ETH? Jungle? I don't know. I don't know what he's putting it. I don't think he's putting it into ETH though, man. But I don't know. But I don't know that he's not. You think he's rolling that profit into ETH, huh? He bought ETH today? Did Donald J. Trump buy some Ethereum today with that money? Boy, I would love to know what he did with that. Yeah, I would love to know what he did with that profit. 10 million? He bought 10 million. What? Yeah, the profits. I know 36 million, right? Did you see my post with they show all the wallets. They show all the wallets and the money they made. I think it's like 6 wallets or something. So did he put 36 million and buy ETH with it? He issued the Trump coin, got some ETH. That's heavy right there. Is that right? In other words, he bought ETH because they can stake that, right? They can stake it. Wow, that's what I'm seeing, says Jungle. Because they can stake it, right? Big money loves that staking that ETH thing, man. They love it. They love it. They can stake that ETH, man. That's a play. That's a power move right there. They took that profit and got some ETH. Now, I'm not excited about ETH, man. I'm not. From a retail perspective, like I don't have 36 million. Where I can say, okay, I'm gonna park this thing safely right here. I know it's gonna outperform Bitcoin, right? And I could park a percentage of it in some stake and take my little 5%. What is it for? Is it 4% now yield? Take that. I'm good. Like they know what's going on with Ethereum right now. They know the staking part of it. They know it. They know how it's built up. They know it's not going anywhere. And they're like, okay, if ETH 3x, cool. But my thing is I can park this thing safely and get my little 4%. This thing ain't going nowhere. It's number 2 in market cap. This is what they're talking about. He's buying it through Cow. Interesting. He said, Brooklyn Barbaro says, I hate ETH. Right? Because that's a big power money play. So we'll see if that's going to trickle down to the ETH holders. They need it badly, man. Because the inflows and, ETF is okay, but it's not winning the way they would like right now, for sure. So we'll see what's going to happen after this administration. Oh, he missed. Like for me personally, I missed ETH. Bitcoin, cool. ETH missed. Not that we didn't have ETH, but I'm talking about missed, right? Like $6, $8 ETH. We didn't, we weren't on that one. But Solana and Sui, we didn't miss. So, for us, that's kind of where we are. We wanna win there. Even a 40 and $70 ETH for me is better than a $6, $8 Sol, because the meme coin thing is so big. Jungling says, I think we need staking and dividends in the ETF. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. For the ETF. Yeah, absolutely. And if current administration is buying ETH, they're gonna put that staking in them ETFs, man. They're gonna put it in there. They're gonna put it in there, man. In my opinion, they're gonna make it available. They're gonna put that in there. Wall Street's gonna go cray cray with that. Them RIA's gonna be snatching it up, taking them fees in, convincing all their clients, staking too, yield too, and the appreciation, right? Stuff that we've known because we've been in the game long enough. We know is valuable, but they're gonna be able to tell their clients and share with them all the stuff that we've already known. You know what I mean? But for me, where I sit, I'd rather own Solana and I'd rather own Sui. Cow Protocol, that's interesting. I have not heard of Cow Protocol, Brooklyn Harbor. I have not heard of it. So that is, again, the bigger picture for me with the Trump coin is the current administration, right? Has just come in and said, we're going to issue a token and we're going to be an investor in this ecosystem. And he's telling, again, this is what I'm saying, the reservations, the airline bookings for US investors that are currently based elsewhere are up and to the right now because they're all coming back. They're all coming back because they all follow the US, and the leader of the US just issued a token and invested in this ecosystem. So what do you think is going to all other people that want to do that? You're going to give all this advantages, incentives to US people. They're all going to come. And as a retail person, are you checking the what do they call it? Geolocating, geo tracking That's about to change. I think. Well, and maybe since all the US people are coming to the States, we won't have to worry about the geo tracking because we'll have access because it'll be from the US. We'll have access. So the awesome DEXs and the awesome DeFis and all awesome opportunities, the RWAs, they'll be based and housed out of here. We'll be able to participate. We'll be able to participate again without that handcuff of what do you call it? Accredited investor. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be great. That's what the Trump coin thing was for me. I'll get some when they, when they change these numbers up a little bit, like this, that's not cool. That's not a good look. That's not a good look right now. If you retail, unless you got in day one, that's not a good look right there. That's not great, right? Right. 200 mil out of one bill. This has got to be at least 40%. And then because you know what's coming, you know the dump is coming. Like you know it's coming. But these guys, they want to be Doge, right? If you understand that, you should be good. They want to be Doge. So if you understand that, you can get in when you fit in here with this. I'll put 50 to 200 bucks somewhere like that in this, but not now. Not now. Nope. But the bigger picture, guys, in my opinion, the bigger picture is the people making all these reservations and changing their headquarters and coming back to the US. Like Ripple is excited right now. Ripple Labs is excited. Coinbase excited. Kraken excited. Maybe even Robinhood and all that other stuff. They're excited as well. Yeah, Congress is going to act, man, because Congress is going to act because the administration wants them to act. The regulators are going to do their part. It's all going to change, bro. It is all going to change. And I don't know if it's going to be bite-sized, tiny bites or big steps. I'm not sure which one, but it's all going to change, bro. It is all going to change because the people want it. Can you imagine a US friendly digital asset space? Can you imagine a US crypto friendly digital asset space? We don't know what it looks like. Right now, US investors cannot participate on Ondu Finance. We can't hang out on Ondu Finance. We can't do it. But in a few days, a few appointees to the SEC, CFTC, hopefully they get rid of these Operation Choke Point 2.0 regulators. I don't know if they can, but hopefully he can point some other people in those positions at the OCC and FDIC. Hopefully. But can you imagine a United States crypto-friendly environment? And how you you and I as a regular retail are going to be able to participate in that stuff. It's going to be some awesome stuff here. Onto finances, they don't hate US people. They just not trying to deal with the SEC or whatever United States regulator. But what happens when they don't have to worry about that? And I have to believe that that's coming. I have to believe there's going to be a point in time in this administration, the first 2 years, where Ondu Finance is not going to have to worry about giving access to US investors, the largest capital market ever. I got to believe that that's coming. You know what I mean? All right, fam. So there it is. I gotta hop off here. And little Miss Crypto C's is bored here, stuck in this hotel. So we're gonna go run out and do some stuff. I appreciate you guys checking in on a beautiful Sunday afternoon. Hope that helped with a little bit of the bigger picture for you. It's gonna be really, really excited to see what's gonna happen here. Shoot, I'll be stuck in a hotel on an inauguration or whatever they want to call it. I guess they're not having a parade, but on inauguration day, we'll be here. We'll be checking it out. I'm excited for what's coming, man. I really, really am excited for what's coming. Really. When liquidity incentive event, Ripple X, who knows? The lawsuit might just be, out of a sudden, nowhere, just dismissed, dropped. I don't know. Looking forward to that as well. All right, fam, there it is. I hope that little DeFi tips helps you as well. If you want to join our Patreon group, you can do it at patreon.com/golf whiskey mastermind. I share what I'm learning there so you can kind of level up what's going on in DeFi. Brooklyn Harbor that says safe travels. Thank you, bro. Hopefully we'll make that flight, man, Tuesday. Hopefully hooking us up in these little Embraers. They ain't got no weather minimum criteria. They can't fly into nothing. Like these little Embraers. They can't fly into nothing, jungle. Like, what the world? Got all these other planes leaving. We got hooked up in an Embraer. Can't leave. Can't land. It won't leave because it can't land. Brutal in them streets. Gotta up that weather minimum, man. That Embraer. All right, fam. There it is. Thank you so much for checking in. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Do me a favor, if you didn't hit that like button on the way in, do me a favor and hit the like button on the way out. It's super, super cool. It's one of the best ways to support the channel and get the channel out to other people who don't know about this new financial system right now. They don't know that we know about all the wallets that the Trump thing got going on, how much they got in, what they put in, what they're taking out, and when they do it, unlike JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs. And the way we can let them know about this new financial system is to hit that like button. Do me a favor. If you happen to be in that 55% or so of people that are hanging out, listening to, and watching the Crypto Siege, do me a favor. If you've been enjoying those hangouts, please consider subscribing to the channel. We're in a mad dash to 9,000 subs by the end of this month. And you can do your part to help us get there. And don't forget to ring that notification bell, baby, so that you know whenever we go live or whenever we upload a video. I'm going to end this one like I do all my videos and remind you guys of this. Old money doesn't want you to win. But that's okay, though, because you and I, we're already winning. And I would ask you to consider this or perhaps ponder the idea or notion of living your life permissionless. I'll talk to you guys soon. See ya.